have an announcement to make. On one of my channels, fucking YT has removed one of my videos. I honestly have no idea which one it is. Because I'm to my shit, and it said that I violated, like, nudity sexual guidelines. I told you, I've seen fucking you, and you will be able to find it yourself if you like search hard for fucking videos with boobs or anything that should be, not allowed. But they allow it for educational purposes, and like I said, I think those videos were probably grandfathered in. This camera shows my vent. There's a vent on the top and bottom, so it doesn't look very good, but like, that's how you know I just don't care. So I'm not gonna edit this video. So that's really the announcement I want to make. I'm so done or fed up with YouTube. This is not the first time, because I told you from the very get-go, I had a YouTube channel when I was still working at the club, like when I first started, right? And I was trying to kill time. This was when I was... one of my stripper names was Katana. Anyway, it was because I was fed up with YouTube. That was why I made the leap and, went into the NSFW platforms. But I don't want to go into that shit, like, because as I explained previously, I don't want to like talk about or focus on and think about bad negative things, okay? I'm just letting you know that this action on YouTube's part, removing my fucking video and giving me a fucking warning, it's really all these stirring up negative feelings. I feel upset, mad, angry, like, because I didn't just do all that fucking work, you know what I mean? And I'm still just a budding, channel. I have absolutely no traction or momentum whatsoever. But my point is, I told you I was only uploading to YouTube and Rumble. But now I'm going to shift my focus and probably just upload more to Rumble. Just eliminate fucking... Like, I have 3 channels, which are these fucking videos. These 3 cameras linked to YouTube, and I have my Rumble. My point is, this affects me, obviously, on a mental, emotional level. I mean, everything is all connected. So my point is that this is going to be like a domino effect and change my behavior. Understand? So I just want to explain the behind the scenes bullshit that I have to deal with. I mean, I posted it. I took a screenshot of it on my Luscious one. And I just showed it in the posts. Because, you have like videos, shorts, playlists. And then on the far right, you can check out posts, kind of like Facebook page, timeline. Anyway, it's self-explanatory. Like, I see it, like, it says, it's got like a red logo or icon, and it just says removed. And I got an email from YouTube. Another thing is, like, just the fact that I have to age restrict. Like, this is the double standards, right, of YouTube, because clearly people can sing about wet ass, you know what, WAP, right? They can sing about that because they have, they're part of the gang, the cult. They're part of this so they can do whatever the fuck they want. And I can talk about that in a separate video. Like, I feel kind of sorry for them, even though, like, because I keep talking about slavery. Like, everybody's just a slave. They're no different. They're slaves to their masters. Like, they don't have free will. What the fuck is that? Anyway, I want to just explain this. So this is my announcement that YouTube took away my fucking video, and now I obviously need to tone it down a lot. Like, meaning stop being so slutty or stop wearing such provocative clothing or whatever. Like, everybody else can do whatever the fuck they want, but if I, do anything wrong, I'll immediately face the consequences. So now you understand why I've always been goody two-shoes. And when it comes to stuff like OnlyFans, I've explained the word slavery, right? I just feel like everything is slavery, For example, when you want to rent a place, right? Like my place, I'll just give you an example. Like, I had certain utilities that were, like, not negotiable. For example, trash. We have a service called valet trash. Like, motherfucker, I can happily walk my happy ass to the motherfucking trash can, which is, like, right over there. I can walk over there. I don't need you to only come to my fucking door at night to take 2 bags of trash out of your designated, assigned, fucking humongous trash can. I can go on and on about bullshit like that, but, like, an internet, like, I don't have a choice. I have to pay for a separate. So even if I already had my own internet, they don't care. Like, it's a requirement that I have. So, like, my point is, the utilities, it's, like, you have to have it. You know what I mean? Like, when you apply for a job, what do you need? You need an address. This is why it's so hard for homeless people to get on their feet, because it's just so, like, the bureaucracy, the red tape, the bullshit, all these things that tie you down, like, these are like the invisible chains of modern day slavery, right? Even if I wanted to go move somewhere, like, it's a process. I can't just be like, oh yeah, I just want to pick up and move to Nigeria. You know what I mean? Like, unless if it's one of those countries that makes it easy for you, like, for example, Albania and I think Georgia in Europe, they have a 1-year stay that you can stay there for like a year without having to get a visa. But my point is, like, every single thing that you want to do has a whole slew of bullshit tied to it. So, and, like, even if you get, like, a condo and you're a property owner, no, you're not a property owner. The bank owns the motherfucking property. And even still, because, like, after you've paid it off, you still gotta fucking pay property taxes. And I think it was, like, allodial whatever title. Like, that's another process so that you don't, like, my point is, we are owned. We're owned by the government. And this is why I'm, like, such a major CTer, like, talking about all my CT shit. It really, like, puts a damper on my mood, but at the same time, like, I'm just simply explaining that this whole action on YouTube's part, removing my video, is going to change my behavior. So I'm making this announcement. I'm going to upload this shit, but my point is, from here on out, I'm going to shift my focus, time, energy, and post more on Rumble. And probably only keep, I don't know. So that's all I'm saying. I'm kind of indecisive, but I'm just letting you know that this is going to affect my actions or way of doing things. And also, I'm like very eager to just start decluttering even more and at a faster pace. Because, like, I could just donate most of my clothes to, like, the thrift stores, right? But here's the thing about my mom, and this can be, like, a whole nother thing. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, how am I supposed to, like, obviously I love my mom because she's my mom. But she'll say really mean. She's like a bully, narcissist, psychopath. I've explained this before. Like, if I give her something, she'll just like use it as ammunition to make me feel bad. For example, she said that some things that I gave her look like a shower curtain, or she'll be like, I'm gonna throw it in the trash. Like, she'll like, one time I gave her like a whole bunch of positive affirmations related gifts. Like, one was a cup or a mug with a positive affirmation on it. And she was like, I have no use for it. I'm gonna throw these in the trash. Like, she'll say stuff like that to purposely like get under my skin, push all my buttons, to get like an emotional reaction from me. Like, the way she is control, dominate, like fuck games, mind games, and always like pulling on my heartstrings, making me feel guilty. And that's just how she is. I know she has unresolved trauma that she needs to work on, but like, people like my parents, they're never gonna take the time, energy, etc. to go to a holistic doctor, a holistic healer. They're gonna continue making the same choices every fucking day. You know? My point is, I'm just gonna, so like, even if I explained it to her, I literally said it just like that I think you're gonna use whatever I give you as ammunition against me. Which is why, like, so even though, like, I want to do something nice for my mom, like, I know she's just gonna use it against me. It's like every time I'm communicating with my mom, I feel anxious, like I'm a lawyer, and I gotta, like, argue a fucking case, a criminal case, and I'm the fucking, like, you know, it doesn't matter. Prosecutor, defendant, whatever, like, that's the relationship that I have with my mom, which is why you saw, like, the "because I told you so" Mother's Day card, because that's the only thing that I could find that kind of represents the relationship that I have with my mom. Anyway, so I'm gonna, like, show you, like, a lot of the clothes that you see me wearing. I'm just gonna, like, start putting it in a box and sending it off to my mom, because I don't want to donate it. Like, because I have some nice shit. And, like, if I ever visit her, then I can wear those clothes. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna start posting more on Rumble.